basically their trump card. Like you use the trump card, to get out of a situation you cannot get out of. Like, tight spaces. That's the terminology used. Trump card. So that's why his name is Donald Trump. It's their trump card, actually. So
Yeah, I
he
mean,
was the guy. Mhm.
when you look up, I remember looking up the like etymology of Trump a long time ago when he got in because I'm like, you know what, I'm skeptical, and that's when I was like getting into a lot of the what do you call it, the syncretic stuff too. And in his name, Trump means to deceive, cheat,
Yes, we
from
received.
Middle
Yeah.
English trumpet, and it also means to blow a trumpet or to play the horn, alluding to the quacks who attracted the public by blowing a horn and then cheated them into buying something. And like blow the trumpet, act the fool. So there's like this huge association with him being like, that classic fool archetype in like tarot and stuff like that. Oh yeah, it also means to fabricate, defies. And I'm like, that's what he was. He was like a clown and a cheater and deceived people. And he was creating this huge fuss, blowing the trumpet, and he led all of these people, like the Pied Piper, to
Yeah.
get into all this baloney. It's
Exactly.
complete
No,
utter
he's such a
baloney.
good person.
That is exactly what it is. It's all part of the whole thing. And then Trump isn't blowing the trumpet also a symbol for the end times or something, because you blow the trumpet and the end times arrive and all that.
Yeah, you have like the trumpets in Revelation.
Yeah. So that's what happened. The whole C-19 was actually, he was actually elected for the C-19 thing. So he was blowing the trumpet for this thing. That's exactly what it is. It's all politicians.
Oh yeah,
Go
and
ahead, bro.
it's all. I think the word trumpet is also related to. Isn't it also related to playing cards? Trump cards.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
Trump.
his name's not even Trump, dude. I'm trying to tell you guys.
Oh yeah,
I don't want
it's
to
actually
interrupt you
Drumpf.
guys, but-
It's Drumpf,
Yeah,
but
there you go.
it's a German.
So, but what does that say that they'll actually change his name to Trump? Like, that means he actually wanted that name, right?
Yeah, exactly. It makes it more staged.
That's not what it is. It's actually he was born for that purpose. These people who control the world, they were actually setting it up for, I think, for the last 300 years or even more than that. So this guy was born. I mean, he was given that name from that. He was born in 1946, right? So he was born for that purpose, just after the World War ended. So he was born for this.
And it's especially suspect that they have like all of those media kind of I don't know what Easter eggs alluding to him becoming president. Have you guys seen those?
And if he wins the election this year, what is he going to be? The 47th president, right? So he might be the last one, which means America is going to be broken apart. There's a chance that could happen. So
And all his like previous videos, like whatever, like whatever type of videos they were, because they were all kind of just like advertisements for him. But he was always running as a Democrat or like was on that side, which is kind of weird.
Hollywood. He was part of Hollywood.
Because he's, he has, ties in Chicago and New York, and those are both primarily Democratic states.
Yeah, exactly. So he was. There's no difference between a Democrat and a Republican. I mean, it's all the same. I mean, Bush was part of it. I mean, you know what Bush did. I mean, Bush was a Republican, right? And even that Kerry guy who was challenging Bush, he was also part of it. So the reporter who asked that question, that you both were part of a secret society, he also ended up being found dead. So these people are all part of it. They're all part of secret society. They are members of it. I mean, America is controlled by the CIA. So the recruits of CIA are basically who? Like the ones who are coming out of Yale University. And Yale University contains a place. I mean, there's an open. I mean, they're saying it openly. Skull and Bones. So I mean, there's a room 322, right? So that's the number where the secret society lies. I mean, that is where all of these people go to meet. have a meeting and talk about everything. So this is what it is all about. And this skull and bones thing has everything to do with the ancient, Black Ops Navy, the worshippers of Mithra, because Rome before the rise of Christianity was actually Mithraic. And Mithra people who actually worship Mithra, their descendants are the ones who are actually following this cult, most likely. Or if not their descendants, at least the ones who actually follow the cult, the ancient cult, secret cult. So yeah, that is what is
Hey,
going on. It doesn't matter.
let's look at actually what Skull and Bones is for a minute. Like, it's crossing out a skull, right? And it's probably one of the most like oldest or ubiquitous like symbols. Is like nobody wants to die, right? So bones is obviously automatically, you know, attributed to death. And then you got crossbones. So it's like it's obviously like death, danger, um, beware. I mean, it's the most gangster fucking symbol you could pick, right? Like fuck the
But the
Crimson
symbol,
Bloods. This is
the
like
symbol is
skull and bones,
I'll tell you.
bitch. You know?
Wait a minute. I'll tell you. The
Think
symbol is
about it.
esoteric. What it actually means is this. No, no. I'm just clarifying. The symbol is actually esoteric. It's coming from ancient Mithraism, in which the skull represents, time, and that crossbones. Time in Persian culture is actually, Zorwan. They used to call it Zorwan. So and the crossbones, they are at an angle of 47 degrees, 47 degree 47, and those two skull bones actually represent death, which means strangling, strangling. So it basically means time kills. So these people worship a deity like Kronos. Zorwan is basically the Persian version of Kronos. So that is exactly what they are worshipping. And Corona, the whole coronavirus thing also had to do with Kronos as well, because they were committing a ritual based on time. So it was all about time, which is an illusion, by the way. But yeah, that is exactly what it was all about. So it's an ancient Persian cult that they are following. So that's what it is.
Hey, you're from India, right?
Yeah. How did you
Hey,
know?
how did I know? Hey, can you talk on samsara a little bit?
Talk about what?
Samsara.
Yeah, samsara. I mean, that's Buddhist, right? I mean, that's all about moksha and everything.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's Buddhist conception of moksha. I mean, it's coming out of Hinduism, ancient Hinduism, in which they had the concept of moksha, in which they kind of go to they kind of get liberated from life and everything, like the strangles and shackles of everything, and become liberated. It's not salvation per se; it's all about liberation. And Buddhism actually challenged this idea, and they started creating another one, which is basically samsara, heavenly life, in a different way. By the way, Buddha is not a historical person to begin with. It's a different character. I mean, a combination of multiple characters, just like all the other religious characters. They're all made up.
yeah,
So,
almost like Jesus.
well, Jesus, there was an original guy that existed. He wasn't this guy that we are being told about. The guy that we are being told about is nothing but the sun worship, the sun cult, and all that. The Catholic version of the guy, it's basically sun worship. It's a combination of Dionysus, Krishna, Mithra, because Mithras was actually the religion of Rome before Christianity came along. So 25th December, the birthday of Jesus, that's basically a Mithraic festival. It's not actually the birthday of Jesus. Everybody knows that. Most likely, the birthday of Jesus is September 11, based on the Gregorian, and that is the day when they committed the ritual, right? 9/11. So
Yeah, right. The harvest. That's the harvest time, man. Right before the harvest, and then of course, you got the Bethlehem name, which is born of what is it? Born of wheat or something, or born in a barn. Bethlehem. Are you there? Hello. Hey, Travis is here. What's up, dude? Can you talk?
Yeah, sure. What's up? I just can't sleep, so
Oh, well, I won't keep you up too long, but I guess
no.
earlier I heard about you talking about you I guess switched over to like atheism?
Well, it's no longer Christianity if you want to, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a discussion of spirituality, I'm free to do that. So,
Not really, dude. I wouldn't want to drag you down that road, dude, but just I
it's
always,
really
you
not a
know, was
yeah, it's really not a drag. I don't. I mean, I think it's all a part of the growth of our journey. So, whatever I could say